and stream should hear you now.
Okay.
All right. Still waiting on, who are we waiting on? Character name here. Still waiting on
We're waiting on Johnny Knoxville.
Knoxville, that's right. And he said
and
he's
Blue.
right, but Blue said he is going to be late because
Right.
he's cooking. Time management, everyone.
Man, I am so incredibly
Type it in
surprised.
chat.
I am
Yeah.
so incredibly surprised.
So let's go around and reintroduce everyone. Since last time stream freaking died every minute.
Question: Can we get a list of the character names with their corresponding players in the Discord pinned? Because I think I know that'd be helpful for me at least.
We could put it on as you guys are introducing yourselves. You can put it under the general D&D, and I can pin it.
I mean, I already have the list. I took it last session. I can just copy and paste and pin it.
Sure, that works too. But go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting with Walter.
All right. So, wait. So, what do you want me to introduce again?
Name, class, little bit of a idea of who you are.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Walter Wotovich. I am a variant human cleric with an alignment of lawful good, and basically, I'm going to be your healing boy right now.
Okay, that works. The captain.
Forgot I had my mic muted. I am the captain. We'll go with Wood Elf Fighter. I am a gunslinger specifically. So, rootin' tootin' aiming shooting something wicked this way rides. And I am, strictly speaking, chaotic evil, but because D&D alignment is weird, it just means that once I get going on something, it ain't stopping.
So you're like Juggernaut. Once you start somewhere, you don't stop.
I forgot you're chaotic evil, actually.
Yeah, but it's not like
But it's not. It's
mustache twirling damsel in distress.
no. You could have chaotic evil and just be. You could actually be helpful, which is interesting, and I like it.
Yeah.
On to
so
Sunny.
the captain, just mercenary captain.
Sunny, introduce yourself.
Me? My turn?
Yes. Yes, it is your
My
turn.
character is Sunny, Big Turtle Monk, and I can also heal. But we do things differently.
A little bit more aggressive healing.
Tough love.
Tough love, exactly. Oh, great. Just in time.
Yes.
Do you want me to go now?
Yeah, Auralia.
All right, so I am Auralia. I am a Clockwork Soul tiefling sorcerer, so I've got some magics going on.
Yep.
I am a bit of a contradiction to my fellows. I'm neutral good. I don't see anything specifically in my character sheet about the alignment vibe, so I'm just saying neutral good. So yeah, and I am a mission to Tua, which will be disclosed on a later time.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, Roll20 is basically just decided it's frozen for a second. It's been like this for like 7 minutes now.
It's probably your computer because everyone else is working fine.
No, like it just okay.
No, everyone else is working fine. It's got to be your computer.
You
'cause I
are
think
on the
it's old as heck.
same. You are on the same Wi-Fi as the
Point,
captain.
but, silence. Come on.
You're on the same Wi-Fi as the captain, so it should work fine.
Yes, I know. But it's just like. Every so often, Roll20 just does not like my IP. Like, it just does not like my computer at all, no matter which one it is.
I don't think anyone really likes. I don't think any Wi-Fi likes your computer.
Dude, your computer is old enough that it was probably able to remember the Y2K crisis.
Yeah.
I
That's a
remember that.
throwback.
I remember that. I lived through that.
I see him in
What?
roll. I see him in
you
roll
have a
20.
story. Oh, Ted, or should I say, let's see here. Oh yeah, your Y2K was a pseudoscience apocalypse. Is basically what it was.
Okay, everything is set. I'm
Cool.
finally back.
Please
You're
introduce
loading in.
yourself, Johnny. Hello?
Whose turn is it?
Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
Yes.
Please
Introduce
introduce yourself.
Yes. Sure. I am Johnny, son of Robbins of Knoxville. And, well, I'm an Asmar. Born and raised out in the boondocks, just ready to kick some teeth in it. And you'll find out why to kick teeth in if he lets ya.
Outstanding.
If he lets ya. It's
If he lets ya.
All
right.
Johnny Knoxville.
So, prior to now that everyone has introduced themselves, I'll introduce myself just for the sake of things. My name is Matthew. I'm going to be your DM this season. And we are playing the Rise of Tiamat. This is a pre-built module that covers 9 episodes over the course of its adventure, taking place over the course of call it 4 stages. The first 3 stages are general fight the cults, the cult fights back, The 4th stage, which we unfortunately are not very likely to get to, is where you finally fight Tiamat. Reason I say we're not likely to get to, I did a bit of research on how many sessions on average it takes to get to that point. It's in the upper 20s. And
Right,
given
Tiamat
we're
speed run.
I mean, we could
That's
try.
done very quickly. Wait, actually, I can just fan the hammer. That's great.
We could try, but it'll take time. I could skip some things and make it a bit expedited. However, it will lose some of the flavor of the story, and I'm going to try and keep things a bit open-ended. But if you guys really want me to focus on the main adventure, I'll railroad you guys a bit more when you guys are steering it off the path, because it makes it clear that this is an outline. If players want to go off on their own and do a different method, they can.
Noted.
All right.
So how do you guys want me to run this?
If we're going far out, like, just I'm cool with it.
Nudges back in the right direction? All right. Okay. With that, I suppose we get started.
Yay.
You guys are in the country of Faerun. This is a large continent, and for those of you who are unaware, this is where most of the Wizards of the Coast pre-built modules take place. In this one country, Faerun spans everything from the Sword Coast to Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep and all those commonly named places you hear talked about in D&D lore. This is Faerun, and you guys find yourselves. Give me a second here. Still, first couple sessions are going to be a little bit rocky as I figure out NPCs and everything, so I apologize in advance. You guys find yourselves in the town of Waterdeep. The captain, in particular, something has happened recently that.
Okay.
Hang on. Yes. As you guys all individually arrive in Waterdeep, the captain, this affects you the most, but
Okay.
everyone feels this equally aside from you. A sudden shift in the wind brings with it a strange sense of unease. The feeling is akin to a drop in air pressure before the approach of a deadly storm or faint tremors felt from the landslide or earthquake distant. You're not the only ones who have noticed. As you were first arriving, the city was bustling with activity, but all of a sudden, the city goes unnaturally quiet. No dogs bark, no birds squawk, not a single cat mews. Even the street vendors have gone oddly silent. This lasts for but a moment before everything seems to go back to normal. But the captain, you are still on edge. Something's heckling at your neck.
Okay. So I'm going to get to wherever I'm going a bit quicker.
Okay.
Like, move with a purpose, but not enough that it draws undue attention.
Remind me who you were traveling with since you
I'm with
started.
Knoxville.
You are with Knoxville, that's correct. So
Yeah.
Knoxville, you are with him, and you see the captain just sort of stiffen.
Hold up.
Huh?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Mm.
Like
with some difficulty. You seem to be having
program that was
connected.
running in the background did just a virus did a virus check and it. Hell. What?
Virus Aiden.
Damn it.
For Christ's sake. I'm going to skip over him and we'll come back to him
One
for the sake
second.
of brevity. Yeah. The rest of you, as you guys walk into Waterdeep, is there anyone who would have wanted to meet up with each other first? Um, Paul, or sorry,
No, you can call me by my first name. I don't care
okay,
if
Paul,
it's out of character.
your character, um, arrives into Waterdeep while they are accompanying a certain delegate. Specifically, you are accompanying um, Ramelia Haventree. She's an elf, a moon elf. She's apparently there to meet at the Council of Waterdeep, and she's invited you to come along with her under the idea that maybe you could be sent off to do some of the council's tasks in her stead while she tries to organize the council.
Mm.
That's going to be your tie into helping the party.
Okay.
Sunny,
Yep.
you revive in Waterdeep, and again, unlike most of the other creatures, you just feel your shell shake almost. And it's really bothersome. And then all of a sudden, the town goes back to normal.
Hmm.
Do you want to do anything to figure out what just happened?
Uh, I must be hungry. I wonder what I can eat. I'm looking out. Is there a pond nearby? A small
Is
body of water. I
a
want to go in and
pond?
fish. Yeah.
Give me a moment. There's Waterdeep. Okay. Geez, this is a lot of stuff that I just found. Oh my god.
Is there a fish vendor nearby?
Um, Actually, I just found something that might fit that in terms of food. There is Fallen Stars fish.
Aha.
What? What's that?
I will visit the fish vendor.
Cool. Now I need to figure out where the heck that is. City of Splendors, Lords of Waterdeep, Waterdeep locales, Adventures in Waterdeep, People in Waterdeep. What did I just say it was called?
Don't remember.
Huh.
It's like all in stars, like fish something.
Yeah.
Familiar?
Look, there is a fish shop.
All right, fish
Uh,
shop it is.
All right, so you go to the fish shop.
Yep.
Okay. Um,
Is this fish fresh?
yeah, it's moderately fresh.
Moderately. How much for your biggest fish?
Well, I could sell you a trout for I don't know price because I don't have that pulled up anywhere. um, we'll call it 5 copper.
5 copper. Ha. Hmm. No.
No,
2 copper.
I've got to make a living. 5 copper.
Do you have aches and pains?
Do I have what?
Aches and pains. Does your back hurt? Does your neck hurt? I can
I
take
mean,
care of that.
who doesn't?
I'll take care of your pain for that fish.
What are you? What are you exactly?
What?
What are you exactly?
Are you blind? Big turtle.
Yes. And why would a turtle think themselves capable of soothing my woes?
I have what you would call magical touch. I can take pain away
Roll
or
persuasion.
give pain to you. Which one would you like?
Roll persuasion.
All right. Persuasion. Where is that? Habit, right?
Looking at what you rolled, 15. That is perception. That is not persuasion.
That's the other P.
Yes.
There it is.
12. Okay. I'll make it a 13 since since you rolled a 12 naturally on perception. And I'll just apply the persuasion modifier. With a 13,
Okay.
he's. I'm going to have him roll insight. He says, I might be able to give you a deal if you're able to help me. My back has been sore recently. If you could fix this, I'll sell it to you for 3 copper.
3 coppers. 2 coppers, and I'll make it hurt a little bit less when I do it.
All right, let's see. This is all hinging on the fact that you can actually make me feel better.
Okay. So I will slap his back with the back of my hand.
Uh-huh. So this is gonna be an unarmed strike.
So it'll be a hand of healing.
It's okay. Let me just remind myself how that works exactly. Um,
Well, it just says that you can.
yeah, you
Your
can restore
mystical
hit
touch
points.
can mend wounds, right?
Yeah, but you can restore your hit points. He's not. Okay. So roll the hits.
Wait,
All right.
roll to hit to heal?
Well,
That's
I
how
actually
he
don't have to
works.
hit. It says it can be a touch. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hit him with my back of the back of my hand. So all right, let's do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can just touch. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Do you want to just
Well, yeah,
touch?
with the back of my hand.
Okay. So
Light
you
slap.
just sort of rub the back of your hand on his back, and you you feel this mystical healing energy sort of going into him. All of a sudden, your mask appears. What is your mask again?
Oh, where's my mask? It's
Your mask sort of appears on your face while you're doing this suddenly.
yeah.
Um,
I for-
and then
what?
he's kind of looking back at you and like just looks away out of shock at seeing the mask suddenly appear, and then you feel healing energy go into him. But unfortunately, it doesn't really do terribly much at the moment. He's at full health, and he's
Hmm.
not suffering from any condition that Hand of Healing would normally heal.
Oops.
So like he's not stunned, blinded, deaf, and paralyzed or poisoned.
Hey, deal's a deal. 2 copper for that fish.
I mean, it felt nice, but 3 copper.
Hey, deal's a deal. 2 copper.
We never shook on it. You're lucky I'm giving you a discount at all.
Fine. What's the conversion of a? What's
It's
Huh?
all
EP?
it's all base 10.
It's base 10 with the
Okay.
exception of Electrum.
Okay. So all right, 3 coppers it is.
Mm-hmm. How much do you give him?
3 coppers.
Well, like you don't have copper, so you have.
I have 1 EP.
So that would be
100.
50 silver pieces or 500 copper.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
pass him an Electrum, and he's like, "Dude, why are you griping over 2 copper?" As he just looks
Give me
over the
500.
Electrum piece. He hands you the fish and gives you back 7 copper and 49 silver.
7 copper and 49 silver. All right.
Or sorry, nine. No, hang on. Sorry, it would be 5 silver.
5 silver.
It,
It's 10.
one
Yeah.
Electrum is 5 silver.
Okay.
So hang
So
on.
7 copper and
So that's 7 copper and 4 silver.
4 silver. All right. Good.
There you go.
I
Anything
leave the
else you want to do? You eat the fish.
I Yeah, I eat the fish and I leave the shop.
You eat it raw in front of this man.
Yes.
So you're just like a snapping turtle, just go devouring the fish bit by bit until it sits in your gullet. The unnerving feeling hasn't gone away, but you feel a bit more comfortable having eaten. Meanwhile, this man's just looking on at you while there are other people perusing his shop, and some of them stop to stare at you, but they just sort of let you mind your business and they don't want to ask questions.
What are you looking at? And I leave.
This is a great start.
This is a pretty good
So the
start, not
shape.
gonna lie.
So I walk out into the street.
This is
I wasn't
46.
hungry.
Oh,
Something else is happening.
I'm gonna mark some highlights. 46 minutes is the first one. All right.
Something else is happening. It's not hunger. I wonder what it is.
All right. With that, we're gonna switch over to Auralia.
Auralia, yeah.
Auralia. You arrive in Waterdeep and you see the city bustling to an extent, but it's a bit. People are clearly a bit on edge. Do you want to do
So
anything about this?
Right, so I'm probably gonna have I'm assuming I have like a cloak or something. I'm assuming I have like the hood up because I would not want people
Yeah,
to,
hood
because
up.
I feel like some people are a bit sus per se of
Uh-huh.
people of my kind. So I guess sensing the edge in the air, I let me see if could I make a like perception check to try and like identify the source of like the unrest.
Perception check.
I'm proficient in it.
Right. Perception wouldn't be the check you would need to make here. You could do an insight check and see if you gauge the
Okay.
unrest.
I can do
But
that.
to see what is going on exactly, you're going to need to talk with some people, figure it out.
Okay, I'll make an insight check first and then go from there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. 24 to insight. Very good. You get the feeling that the insight from your insight check, you get the feeling that whatever's causing the unrest, isn't something that has been dealt with before, and it's recent.
Okay.
As you move about Waterdeep, finding narrow alleys, whenever you get to a spot that seems to be quiet, you hear. Sorry, hang on. You feel the disturbance again, like it's a rumbling, but you just can't, just beyond the perception of your hearing. And whenever you leave those quiet areas, you just notice like a little rock shaking, but then you're not quite sure what's going on.
Okay. I'm probably. I guess my best bet. I'm probably gonna ask. I guess I'm assuming I'm headed towards like an inn, given what I was told. I'm assuming I'd be headed toward like a specific location
What
to
were
meet
you told?
with everyone. What was that?
What were you told?
I was basically told a location to meet the individuals that would help with this endeavor. A location to go to.
Right. You were not. You were told to head to Waterdeep. You were not told an inn.
Okay, gotcha.
And you are now in Waterdeep. That is the city.
Okay. Okay.
And it is
Well,
a big city, by the way. Like one of the biggest on Faerun. It's one of the big threes. Like you hear of Waterdeep, you hear of Baldur's Gate, you hear of stuff like that. They are the big ones.
Neverwinter.
This is right on the edge of the Sword Coast.
Okay, gotcha. Well, trying to think of people who would be a good maybe source to go to who might not be hostile. Um,
He's gone.
I guess I'll just go. I guess I figure like inns probably are like a pretty like they're like a crossroads, so I might. I guess I'll go to the nearest one, the first one I see along my way.
Okay. Along your way, you notice you manage to run into a interesting pair traveling together. It appears to be a wood elf and whatever race, whatever race the other one is. I'm forgetting at the moment. You seem to nearly pass by each other, but something in your mind lingers about them.
So I'm actually. So after they like are probably a good maybe like I don't know let's see here, probably I'd say maybe 30 paces ahead. I'll like very impressively turn around and just like follow them from a distance, try because from my gut instinct probably tell me that they might know something about or they might
Okay.
be the cause, they might have some sort of influence with this rumbling.
Okay. Um, Fenrir, make a perception check, please. And Aurelia, please make a stealth check.
Damn. Okay. That's pretty good.
Captain, with your experience out in the wild and tracking things and dealing with mercenarial stuff, you get a pretty quick read on the fact that someone is tailing you.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to just kind of subtly signal to Johnny Knoxville that just be ready.
Mm-hmm. And still
He's gonna take it for himself.
and still no sign of Blue. What the heck is going on?
Dude's
I-
trying to make a fucking
Oh,
souffle.
I'm sorry, but we're 30 minutes in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, when I heard, hey, I'll be a little bit late, I'm still cooking, I thought like, oh, you know, hash browns are almost done.
Yeah,
Not,
maybe like 5
I'm
minutes.
starting a fucking Julia Child show.
Is anyone here surprised?
I am disappointed. I'm
Yeah,
disappointed
but
is
not
what it
surprised.
leaves me
Okay,
with.
disappointed's
exactly.
fair, but is anyone surprised?
Not really.
Yes, honestly, I was surprised. Like, not in terms of like him being late. It's just the magnitude. But hey,
It's more the magnitude, yeah,
I
that's
didn't
surprising.
understand what was going on.
Okay.
I'm fairly
Well-
certain John saw him.
I didn't ask you to make a perception check, but yes,
Oh, he's gonna like look where the captain is.
I don't indicate anywhere. I just
Yeah.
very casually say something's up, be ready for anything.
Unfortunately, despite the nat 20,
Yeah, that's what
actually,
Johnny is trying to like look.
No, well, I tell you not to do that.
unfortunately, I'm gonna say the nat 20 is gonna go to waste.
Okay.
Oof.
Question. Can
Maybe
I tell that
forever.
I've been? Can I tell that I've been?
No.
No,
Okay.
Nah.
actually, insight check.
Okay.
Insight.
That is not for you. That is for Aurelia.
Okay.
Insight. Versus a charisma, versus just a charisma throw, Captain.
Just straight save or just regular?
Regular charisma.
Regular charisma. Okay, that's there.
You get the indication you might be, but you're not quite sure.
Okay. So actually, as a precaution, I'm just kind of like feel out the area. I'm actually gonna use the message cantrip.
On who?
Let's see here. So I guess probably be the captain because he. Well, can I figure which of those two individuals? I'll just do the captain for the heck of it.
I mean, I probably look more dangerous anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
do
armed
that.
to the fucking teeth.
So I'll do this. This is a cantrip, by the way.
Yes.
So I basically I slowly I'll pull like a finger out and I'll point at the captain to say, I mean you no harm. I just felt a disturbance in the air and came to investigate. If it means anything to you, there's a rumbling going on, a slight tremor in the ground that I sense.
You just sort of extend your finger, and the captain, you get a little bit worried at first, almost as if he's about to cast a spell, and you hear mutterings underneath, but before you can react, you hear a voice whispering in your head, and you hear his voice.
It's also her voice is also very like I guess almost like sultry, almost like quasi like seductive, almost like seductivist. So it wouldn't be very harsh. It'd be very charming and soothing.
Or as best it can be for a voice suddenly appearing in your head.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just assuming it would be in like my regular character's voice, but
It would be in your regular character's voice, that's correct.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any reaction to this? You cannot respond back. This is not like sending. But this does
In
mean
that
you're
case-
within 120 feet of one another.
I think I will just not respond as though nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I file away the information, and part of this is because I haven't watched Hellsing Abridged recently enough to get the right voice. Takes a little while to practice.
Mm-hmm. Right, because you're going
This is
for
a weird
Pip's
time.
voice, despite being.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In the few
Uh,
times that I have to speak, yes.
uh,
Weird town. Weird town.
gonna jump back over to Sunny quickly. Um, Also, apologies, Paul, for not really including you, but you're kind of squared away for the most part. I need to get the rest of the party set to go.
No, yeah, I figured that. That's fine.
Yeah. Um, Sonny, what are you doing?
I walk out into the street.
Okay. And where you want to head?
Um, hmm. Just randomly walking.
Cool. Randomly walking. I want one member of both groups to make a percentile dice or roll a percentile dice.
I'll roll it.
Am
And
I
then-
included in the captain and Johnny's group?
Yes, because you're traveling in the general direction of.
Okay.
Sonny, please roll a percentile dice.
Do I just roll 100?
1d100, yes. This is for me to gauge how long it'll take for you to run into each other. Okay. So the captain, Knoxville, and Auralia, you guys see a bunch of people as you're walking through the streets of Waterdeep. This city is beautiful, but everyone's a bit on edge. You hear dogs whimpering off in the corners. You hear cats raising their heckles as they just sort of hiss at seemingly nothing. And you see some shady people moving about. And amidst all this, you're caught a bit by surprise. And I know the alert feet, fuck off, but you're caught a bit by surprise as you run into a turtle and nearly stumble over him.
I mean, alert wouldn't really affect that in that moment. That's more just like that isn't being attacked.
I know.
That's just like tripping over a motherfucker, which
Yeah.
I've done
So,
a few times.
so you just trip over the motherfucker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey. What?
He tries to help the turtle up.
I
I-
stumble swearing in French, but I'm working on getting a list of what would be said. That might take a while.
All right.
And he helps them both up.
Is that a surprise to me? Or...
You were a bit surprised that he didn't move out of the way.
I'll kind of like I'm assuming I would see this from if I'm only like maybe about like 50 some feet behind, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll kind of like tense up a little bit, seeing like I guess thinking what could potentially be an altercation and like slowly I guess walk forward, but not get too close to the scene of the run-in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was the captain that tripped over me?
Mm-hmm.
What's the captain again? An elf?
Mm-hmm.
Is elf unusual in this city, or is it just elves everywhere?
Mostly elves, humans, and halflings.
Is the captain dressed differently from the normal people?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'll say, you look different.
He looks ready to go to war. But for
I
what
just
war
kind of
you're
nod.
but for what for you're not quite sure.
You look tense. Does your neck hurt?
I just shake my head.
You look tense.
I just kind of gesture vaguely.
You look like
His natural state.
you look like you don't belong in this place. Kind of like me.
I kind of nod like, all right, fair enough.
Hey, did you feel that weird shaking thing?
Raise one eyebrow.
You
At
don't
this
talk
point,
much, do you?
I'll strut up and say, "I did. I felt it."
Who said that?
Oh, that. All right. Behind you, you see a hooded figure behind you, with some horns barely peeking out underneath them. And as
Oh my gosh, he has appeared.
and as
We
you,
go
How would
on,
your
like,
We got it.
flag?
Everyone's here now.
A horned creature with hood?
a hooded horned creature, yes. And as you look underneath the hood, you see the vague guise of a tiefling.
Oh, I hide behind the captain.
Okay.
Wait,
That guy
aren't you
looks-
bigger?
Yes, I still hide behind the captain.
So I kind of
Just
like,
kind of
I
look behind me, roll my eyes, and look back forward.
kind of like, I kind of like,
How big is the turtle?
Yes.
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 Wait,
He's
how
big
tall
enough
are
that I
you?
can use his
big boy. That's big. I'm probably only like just for flavor. I'm probably only like what 5, like
How big?
5'7", 5'8". I'm like not.
Yes.
He's definitely taller than me.
Oh, look who decided to join the party.
Oh,
Only 40
I'm
minutes late.
automatically placed in the turn order. Okay.
We're not in combat.
We're not in
Okay.
combat.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
What took you so long?
Let's not worry about that. Let's keep going. So, also, can you guys change your Discord nicknames to the character names, because I've got some complaints that like they want to see who's talking, because it shows up
Sure.
in a circle who's talking, but like they can't associate the profile with a name.
I
Wait, so what do you want us to do?
Just change your nickname to your character name, like the captain just did. Thank you.
Oh.
All right.
How do I do that?
Okay, got it.
Yep,
Just
exactly.
click on your name. Oh, right click. And change nickname.
Well, I'm on iPad, so there's no right click. I'll figure it out. Go on. Don't worry about me. I'll figure it out.
There we are. That should work fine. Yep. There we are. Okay, so you got since Blue was late to the party, he missed the part about how there was an unnerving rumbling throughout the entire town that caused everyone to go quiet briefly.
Who's been practicing Latin?
Continuing on with the main group. So what do you guys do?
I'm going to continue moving to wherever I had been going, and just signal to Knoxville to come with me.
And where were you going?
Your only follows behind.
I mean, presumably somewhere to find a lodging.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm not very particular considering battle-hardened mercenary. Like,
Right.
even just somewhere that looks like I probably won't get my throat cut is fine. Like,
Right.
city catacombs are kosher.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I'm assuming since Sonny said that something about that rumbling, was it him who said that?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm given how I felt that too. I'm gonna follow them because I figured that if they can feel it, then maybe this group might be worth keeping in touch with.
Okay. Do you stop them from following you, or do you just let them tag along? Please say no.
Are you talking to me?
The captain.
No, I don't stop them. They seem to be vaguely
He doesn't care.
related, so they seem to be
Alright.
related to the situation. So I am just sort of assuming that anyone who actually wants to be involved with this is going to follow me.
All right. Cool. With that, you guys make your way to more deep locales. Give me a second here. Oh, this is a beautiful map of Waterdeep. Give me a second here, and I'll share this with you guys so you guys see. You guys can see like where you guys are. This is a beautiful map. This is Waterdeep.
Oh, nice.
It's divided into several wards: the Sea Ward,
Ooh,
North
pretty.
Ward, City of the Dead, the Trades Ward, the South Ward, the Dock Ward, and the Castle Ward.
The City of the Dead, or is this a bunch of skeleton dudes walking around?
I'm assuming that's the graveyard. I haven't read into it.
Okay.
It looks like a graveyard.
Just
Pretty big one. Just call the city.
Well, it is a big city, so
That's fair.
So you guys are in the Castle Ward. And one of the places you find there is the Sailor's Own Tavern. That's just
Good
what it's
enough.
called, the Sailor's Own Tavern.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out where this is
Understandable.
because this is like it does a lot of maps here. Holy crud. You know what? Fuck it. You find the Sailor's Own Tavern. Whatever. Um, I don't need to know exactly where it is because it's not strictly relevant on specific location yet. We'll say you're actually in the Broken Lands Tavern. This is $59. Cool. On C1, it says. I don't freaking know where this is. Freaking, there it is. Oh, I found it. So this is where you guys see $59. This is the Broken Lands Tavern. It should be near the top center of the map.
Aha.
You
I see it.
we're gonna need to get some
Center?
grid references
Oh, I see
here.
it.
On
Right on that
Darstone
corner of the
Street.
triangle.
Yeah, towards that
Is
top
it-
triangle.
I see where we are. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where you guys are. As you guys make your way into the Broken Lands Tavern, you meet a. You guys stop in and you see it bustling a bit. It's a rather popular tavern in Waterdeep. Do you guys all just go in there? I wasn't asking you.
Um, I mean, is it busy?
Moderately quiet, all things considered.
What time of day is it?
You only see a couple other people in there. It's around early morning.
Okay.
I'm inclined to pass it by then.
You're inclined to pass it by?
Yeah. Disappearing into the noise would be better. Finding somewhere that is busy.
Okay.
And if it's early in the morning, then finding lodging can wait a bit.
Okay. Well,
Falls behind.
as you guys travel around, you guys really don't see many other taverns in this sort of block of area. And as you guys look around for other taverns, the tavern seems to fill up a little bit. By the time you get back to it about an hour later, it seems to be pretty bustling.
Good enough.
Also, this is me just not wanting to look up another location, you asshole.
That is fair. You're talking to a character
I am looking
who
at
probably
a
has shelf knocks of like when
180.
you'd see it for done. Like
I am looking at a 183-page PDF. I am not scrolling through it for another fucking tavern.
I'm also gonna grab a quick snack real quick. I should be gone for like.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go do. At, um. Now, Blue.
Yep.
You are in Tabaxi, yes?
Yes.
You feel like this strange sense of unease more so than most of the other people in town, and you're just like constantly on edge. And the moment these new people walk into the tavern, you just something seems off about them. You are already in the Broken Lands Tavern.
Do these people hate cats?
You don't know. Something's been getting under your fur lately. It's it's almost like there's something going on, but you can't quite place it.
I'm thinking. Although I have really no idea what that would possibly actually be, but I go. Let's see who's the closest person to me. I need to turn. I need to look over my shoulder.
The closest person to you is the person who you were drinking with.
So I'm like, I feel a little uneasy here. Um, how do these people feel about Tabaxi?
Huh? Man, I don't know. Fucking talk to him. I don't know. I'm going back to my drink.
True. Okay. Uh. Anyway, I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna keep drinking.
Okay. Whoever wants to, who just entered the tavern, roll perception.
give me a second to get to the right page.
Perception.
Weirdly, I don't have
Alright.
proficiency in it.
Ass. Johnny, as a reminder, you can toggle advantage. You do not have advantage.
Yeah, no, I hit the button. I hit the button and got rid of it last time, but I just didn't. For some reason, it didn't say it that one. Just give me a second.
There you are. Fix it for you. We'll take the 7. Okay.
All right.
Anyone else want to roll?
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Do you want to roll perception?
For what?
You're entering the tavern.
Okay. I'll do that.
cool. It doesn't give me freaking anything. Ugh.
Seriously, none of us were good enough to pick up on each other. That's
No,
funny.
no, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just looking at the other PDF I'm looking at about Waterdeep, and there's so much here, but also so little, and it's infuriating. So it's like, yeah, the Broken Lance is a tavern. It doesn't tell you how much it costs. It doesn't tell you NPCs in there. Nope, it's just this is a tavern name. Have fun, kiddo.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Bar fight?
Wait, actually, isn't there just a standard set of like rates for stuff?
There is, but like this one also normally tells me like whether or not there's a markup.
Oh.
Which I love, by the way. The fact that like there are several stuff where it's like, hey, here's how much it's marked up by. The tavern is the one thing it doesn't list.
Well,
Oof. Roll
So
for inflation.
I'm just honestly, I do that on magic items anyway,
put
which
those
is
words
fun.
back into your fucking mouth.
Not use that word here.
Calm down, you degenerates.
No,
Anyhow,
but we're on Twitch, right?
yes. What's your point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there-
there have been issues with some search terms winding up getting out to the Twitch stream and people finding some things that they weren't looking for.
Look, that is
Cough, cough,
my
kobold.
that is
Look that up
my
in
player's
5e.
own
Specify
fault.
5e stream.
That is my player's own fault, okay?
Well, yes, she should have asked me, but
Oh, Christ. So you guys do notice a tabaxi off in the corner. For those of you who don't know, a tabaxi is basically a Khajiit in Skyrim. It's a cat person.
Better at parkour.
They're really good at parkour. Which is why my next character that I play is going to be a tabaxi monk. Screw you, DM.
well,
So are these cat people
Oh, with the mobile
unusual in this
feet.
city?
Ass speed.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Are they unusual in this city?
They are. It is the first tabaxi you've seen, and they also seem very on edge. Like you see a lot of their fur raised up.
Hey, look, a kitty. What's wrong, kitty cat?
So you
Does your
just sort
neck
of
hurt?
shout that in the tavern, but like the tavern's really bustling and loud, and there are people milling about, and you think that Blue might have heard it. Blue, you hear a little, "What's wrong, kitty cat?" coming from the direction of a strange turtle.
I slowly turn around my bar chair while it makes creaking sounds.
Uh-huh. And then what?
I'm trying to come with a good retort.
Good retortal.
Haha.
Retortal.
I will very politely tell people, excuse me, as I try to squeeze past them to see the kitty.
All right. So you're able to make your. Are you trying to shove or trying to just sort of squeeze through?
Very politely trying to squeeze
All right.
through.
Make a dex check.
Dex check.
Just a pure dex check.
Actually, I'm just gonna fling an in-universe version of the Marine copy pasta at him. Nobody remembers that? No? Okay.
Nope.
wait, the fucking 300 confirmed kills sniper bullshit?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah, I know that.
No.
I think.
That's
We need
fine.
an in-universe version of that.
So you're freaking not. Let's get that right out of the way. You are not. But beyond just not being a Marine with 300 confirmed kills, you
I might actually have that many kills, but
Captain
raising
might
kills is
actually.
pretty solid for me.
Captain might.
The captain is a merc.
Yeah. And you are level 8, so it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Sonny, you make your way through and nimbly make your way through people towards the kitty cat, and you just see a cat standing there, just sort of looking up at you.
Hey, kitty cat.
Yeah.
Hi.
So
This your
Riveting!
what's with it?
Please tell me more.
Because that's wares if you have coin.
and I offer him a drink, but by using do I have that magic cup that we do I have that magic cup? I think I do. The one that fills it the cup that fills itself up. I was gonna fill it with beer.
What item?
There's a magic item I have. It was a cup or something. But for some reason, is it not logged?
I don't see any magic items.
Okay.
Did you not buy any?
I thought I did. I might not have. Anyway, don't worry about it too much. I'm just gonna ignore that.
I am worried about that because everyone else bought magic items.
I thought I had mine. I thought I bought magic items.
Probably just didn't like
But
write
we'll
it.
worry about that.
Probably just didn't like get it saved to it.
Oh, anyway. Um, I
Oh yeah,
offer.
you're fidgeting with a ball of yarn because that's in your backstory.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. That's what I am doing right now. And I'm so fixated on it that I don't notice.
Okay. Until he says hi, kitty cat.
Yes, it even did have a delayed response.
Hmm. Because the yarn is just so mesmerizing to you.
All right.
God, I need a
So
Dr. Pepper.
I say,
I mean,
I
is
say,
that like take a break because I'm low on coffee?
No, it's like right here.
Oh, right, yeah, because you have
Yeah, mini fridge. Set to go.
I see a turtle literally say hi to me, and I say back, "Hey, hello, traveler. Would you like to sit down and share a drink?"
I want to see what you're playing with.
Oh,
And I,
it's a ball of yarn. Would you like to try it?
yes,
All right, I hand it to you.
and I throw it across the room.
Mm.
Fetch,
Oh, that's a
kitty, fetch,
dick move! That is a
fetch,
dick
kitty.
move! So the yarn gets roll a strength check.
Strength.
What?
I didn't see the roll yet. That's a strength save. So just like 1d20 plus your strength, please.
1d20 plus strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Strength is 0, so just 1d20.
Just 1d20 then.
Okay.
You're just trying to yeet the ball.
Yeah.
You
And
yeet the ball halfway across the room, and then it bounces on a wall and then on another table, and the yard begins to unfurl. And you just look at Blue, just getting more and more upset as Blue gave you one of its most prized possessions, but then you just
so it's not gonna
toss
be
it
like unsafe
haphazardly,
against fucking prey
and
drive.
Blue, you're just like, I need to go pick this up.
fetch,
How
kitty,
could you?
fetch.
Go make a dex
Come.
check or something on how they
No,
figure it
you
out.
just need to wind it back up. You need to slowly wind the yarn back around itself. There is no way to speed this process up. And there's bits of it that land in other people's drinks, and you're getting glares from people.
Man,
It's
kind
not
of
his
like
fault.
I mean, even though I'm probably not one of the more liked races in this world, I kind of just like put my like I put like my head in like my hand and I just kind of like just shake it
Yeah. But like you just meekly apologize to people as you collect bits of yarn from their drinks or from their food, and you sort of wipe it off as best you can, and then you just come back to him, and you're just like, dude.
Not cool.
Well,
Yeah.
how much is one electrum worth in terms of like silver pieces?
One electrum is 5 silver.
Okay, I guess I will. I guess I'll give my five those 5 silver for one electrum to I guess people that got in like that the yarn got in like their way as like a way of kind of like just
So,
pacifying things a little
so
bit.
you're giving up an electrum piece?
Well, I don't know if there'd be a way to like break it down into like 5 silver.
No, not without going to someone else and trading
Well, never
something.
mind then, because I have one electrum. That's unfortunate. Well,
Look, I get electrum is not a fun currency, but you can't just get rid of it.
oof. Well, never mind then.
I know a fish shop where you can break it.
Again, all of a sudden the entire town just quiets and the entire bar falls into silence for a brief moment. Everyone's on edge. You
Am
see
I ever
everyone.
not on edge?
You
though?
see
Like,
more than usual. You see everyone giving each other looks briefly before just going back to their drinks and food, and the sound slowly starts to pick back up again.
All actually, is the bartender within reach, or can we get to him? Like,
You can get to the
I
bartender.
Okay. I'll actually, how much? I'll go up to him and I ask him how much will I one electrum buy you in terms of drinks.
I have to look that up in the DMG, I think. Or is that PHB? L5E cost.
PFD has it.
A mug of ale costs you 4 copper, so it will cost. That would be about 10. I'll give you a discount of say 15 mugs for an electrum.
Okay, sounds good. I give it to him. I give
Okay.
the electrum to him.
So he gives you 15 mugs of ale.
And I actually
I'm not sure what you're planning on doing with this.
I'm gonna give
Can I have the ale? And he walks over and he goes, "Can I have some?"
I kind of give him a look. I'm like not yet. So I basically I take let's say like I guess we'll say 5 to like the people who like the yarn got in the way of it. I'll like
Okay.
give it to them. It was almost like a little like
Okay.
pacifism thing. Like sorry about that. This is
All right.
this
That's nice of
this
you.
is on me.
Yeah. All right. I see what you're doing. You still have quite a bit left over.
The rest is for everyone else in like our little group.
All right.
So there's still 10 drinks left.
So everyone has a drink and one to spare.
Yeah.
That's always good. Oop.
So what do you guys want to do about the rumbling?
Are you asking that as like a DM or like?
Yes, as a DM.
I mean, was I able to get a vague sense of like any sense of direction on where it is?
No.
Where it's coming from?
No.
Okay, cool. So kind of there goes that.
I use my feline senses to see if I can find out where it's coming from.
Nope.
Gun just looks.
It seems
looks around at the guys and goes, "Hey, are earthquakes normal here?"
That's a good question.
From what I can
I have
tell,
like no idea.
Actually, let me set it to first. From what I can tell, it seems like a lot of these earthquakes seem to be more potent in quieter places, such as alleys with not a lot of people around.
Is Earth science a well-known thing in this universe?
I mean, like I guess people would know what rocks are.
Sure.
geomancy isn't a spell thing here.
Geomancy is not all that useful.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, really, the closest that they would come is alchemy, and that's to like try to maybe turn galena into gold and remove the sulfur. Also, don't lick the cinnabar.
Lick?
Cinnabar is a mercury mineral.
Dead.
I
Lick?
mean, kind of.
Anyway, so I think we first and foremost we need to get a order on who felt this rumbling. I guess raise your mug if you felt it. I raised my mug.
I raised my mug.
For what it's worth, everyone felt it.
Okay. So
No, I'm saying above board, everyone felt it. It's up for you if you want to raise your mug or not.
Sure.
I raise it.
Okay.
Why are we raising mugs?
If you
Who
felt
felt
the tremor, he's trying to get a gauge
well,
on who felt it.
then yeah, I will. I mean, kind of
Alright.
subtly,
Okay.
but yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I guess I'll lower mine, which is
Alright.
probably a sign that like everyone else can do that. So yeah, I think that there were some yeah. Do any of you I guess have any ideas of what could be causing this?
Is going to what's the right physical gesture? Because I prefer not to speak because again,
You
know,
could just
error
speak and
quote,
like not have your character voice yet.
cool. In that case, say direct cause, no, but I have a definite idea of what's coming if it doesn't get stopped.
As do I.
And I'm out of coffee.
As do I. Well, I think that honestly, these town folks might be good sources of information to get knowledge from. So I guess I have some goodwill with the bartender right now, so I will go up to see if I can glean more information from him. And I go and do just that.
Okay. You try and get some information on what?
I'll just ask him, I guess, like how long have these been going on? I guess like how is there like a pattern to them? Do they recognize? Was there like some sort of event that they believe that like caused this to occur?
They started within the week. It's very recent.
Recent. Okay. Interesting. Have you noticed anything unusual, perhaps?
Besides everyone clearly noticing there's something wrong? No, I can't say I have. Though the council is apparently coming together to talk about certain happenstances similar to this.
Oh, so there are similar as in like this is occurring in other cities as well.
All across Tavern.
Interesting. Okay.
From what I've heard, anyway, people are coming to Waterdeep and going from Waterdeep. You know how it is. Everyone travels around the Sword Coast. But
Of course.
I hear that the council may be looking to hire some adventurers on to do some tasks that could help eventually put a stop to this.
I nod a little bit as I hear this. I'm like, that's good information actually. Small bab.
You gotta continue?
Oh no, I thought we were just waiting for the noise to abate. But
No,
yeah,
no, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's actually good information. Where would one go to get this to I guess be hired to potentially be hired for such a adventuring group?
Well, I guess your best guess would be to try and come in contact with one of the nobles of the Lord's court, if you could somehow manage that. Alternatively, see maybe if you'd find someone who knows more about this. The more people know about what's going on, the more likely they are to be involved with plans to counter it.
I see. Good to know. And this meeting you mentioned that the nobles are having, this isn't like a public, no, the public can't attend this, I'm guessing.
With some exception.
Okay, I see. And well, I'm unfortunately I only have gold and platinum pieces, so I don't feel like using those right now. That was out of character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, interesting. Well, I think that what exceptions? What potentially do you?
Well, if you're invited in, for instance.
Okay. I see. And how would one secure such an invitation?
Beats me. I'd love to know what's going on here.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. That was quite informative. I think that I appreciate you giving me the information. We will continue to patron your fine establishment we have here. I say as I like give him a little like nod.
By all means, you're always welcome back at the Broken Lance.
For reference, did he realize that like what I am? Like my race?
He probably noticed over time, but he didn't really care.
Okay, that's good. So I guess I'll walk back to like the group and I sit down and I'll say, well, I don't know about you guys, but however, there is the potential for I hear some of the nobles around here are looking to hire a attention party to tackle these rumblings, and I for one would love to know what is going on. However, to get in contact with them might be a bit more tricky if that might be hard to complete.
Is everyone else there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if my Discord cut out for a second.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like,
oh, I was worried for a second.
I was like, hold the fuck up.
Nobody was gonna awkward silence.
Mm-hmm.
So who's gonna speak up? It's clearly not the DM's place.
I mean, the captain doesn't speak much. This seems like it'd be a perfect time for Johnny Knoxville's jackassery.
Okay. Knoxville's gonna chug as many beers as he can.
Cool. Roll a Constitution save.
It'd probably take a while.
There's only
low
two
proof,
of them
more
anyways
just
for him
don't
to
die of
chug.
dysentery beer.
Oh, I know.
Everyone roll a con save or
Now,
Nah,
I
it's
guess.
Just
for him-
Knoxville.
Damn.
Just Knoxville. If he's just chugging as many as he can. Yeah, he's fine. Look, usually what I look for when I want you to make a con save.
Contest?
Okay, my eyes widen. I'm like, settle down. We don't want to cause
All right.
disturbance.
Which one of you wants to have a drinking contest?
Too early in the morning for that, laddie.
What time is it?
Hour before mid-sun. Wait a bit. Then I'll take you up on your challenge. You hear this just random elf talking back at you, just off in the corner, and just sort of raises a pint.
Woo! I like this man. I like this man over here. Sits down by him.
Huh?
Drinking contest?
He says not right now.
Okay, sorry. I didn't need. I was confused which one it was going with. Okay.
He said like it's too early in the morning for it. No. But maybe some other time.
Okay. Johnny just looks over at the captain and goes, "Holy hell, when are we going to do things? I thought you said that we were going to be hitting the people I don't like."
Just kind of shrug.
Ma'am.
You guys are stuck
Wait.
in a tavern.
Catman. There's a,
You just noticed the Catman.
I just looked over at the captain and goes, "There's a Catman."
Oh my cat, man!
What is that,
Wait.
man?
Yeah, Catman. I didn't know Adam West was here.
Good one. Good one.
Oh.
They never said that, or they said my sausage tree would never grow. But look, I planted the sausage seeds, and now there are sausages.
What the fuck?
Early Family Guy. It was funny.
I don't know what that's from.
Early Family Guy.
Oh.
The short version is, it wasn't.
So as you guys sit around wondering what to do, you guys eventually make your way outside under the ideas that maybe you've gotten all you could from the bar for now and decide to investigate elsewhere. This ragtag group seems to just sort of fit together, and you start talking a little bit about
Okay.
who you are, introduce yourselves, and you share your names or the names you feel comfortable sharing.
Starts petting the cat. And just starts petting the cat and also the turtle.
If either of you feel uncomfortable with that, feel free to make an attack roll.
You can try. Holy shit!
Well, takes an unarmed attack from the monk.
I have a lot of HP. I'm fine with it.
What does Knoxville look like?
Big, giant, slightly glowing dude.
You can poison him if you want.
See it? He's just naturally glowing. Like, it's very light. He has a big ass warhammer on his side, 2 hatchets, and also a big pole arm on his back.
Wait, what?
He looks well armed.
Why do you glow like that?
He's in a constant state of afterglow.
Kind of, yes. Actually, I'm Azamar.
Weird.
Basically, at some point, one of my ancestors fucked a god.
Interesting.
Sure. So you guys make your way out. What do you guys want to do to investigate the rumbling sound that you guys have noticed?
I mean, presumably there's like a mage's college or something. Or somewhere magic-y. Remember, I'm not really inclined towards magic. I'm tangentially aware of it because I need to hunt things, but
yeah,
I cast gun.
True.
That's kind of my thing.
What about the rest of you?
Neutral special is a gun.
What about the rest of you?
We ask a random passerby, where are the scholars in your city?
We gonna have to look through the PDF.
Fire up that control F.
Heroes of magic. Mm-hmm. I see. Yes. The floor is made of floor. Yes, I see. Ah, makes sense.
Wait, so does that mean that the wall is made out of wall?
No, the wall is made out of floor.
Like the ceiling. The ceiling is made out of floor too.
The ceiling is made out of floor too. The room is made out of floor.
Frame of reference.
The room is made out of floor. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see anything in here about any Mages Guild.
Oh.
There's something called a Monsters Manual 2. What? Is this from 3.5 edition?
Oh no!
I mean, it works, but yeah, I think I'm looking at source material from 3.5.
Haha.
The NPCs work, so I'm gonna keep it, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, this is absolutely from 3.5 edition. That's funny. So as you guys are talking to various people, trying to investigate what's going on, you eventually make your way upon someone who seems um, a bit more in the know.
Does he look like? What does he look like? How can
She
you tell she? She must look very unusual.
um, she seems to be heading off in the direction of a rather large building that you're surprised you haven't noticed up until now.
Oh hey, big building.
And she seems to be very finely dressed.
Hmm.
Do you try and stop her?
Yes. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Can I help you?
You nice dress, by the way. But we no one around knows what's happening. You look like you are someone of the upper class. Do you know what's happening
um,
with the rumble and things and
dangerous things are happening. Dangerous things indeed. Can I ask who you are?
I am Sunny.
Well, your smile sure shows it.
He holds out his hand. Army of Knoxville. Servant of the Queen of Harvest.
Hmm.
Holds out his hand.
I see. She briefly shakes it before saying, "I must be off. I need to be getting to the council. They're expecting me."
Wasn't evening.
Actually, I'll say
Morning.
I'm a Raleigh, by the way.
Excuse me.
I heard that this council was looking for an adventuring party to investigate these rumblings.
Yes, actually.
Actually, I kind of like take like a look at everyone and make like a wide spreading gesture with my hands. I think we would like to throw our hat in the ring for it to be such a party if that would suit your needs.
And she takes a look around at you, just sort of musing, stroking her chin slightly. And are you all in agreement about this? This could prove quite dangerous.
I make eye contact because of Heart of Darkness. That should, yeah.
Heart of Darkness. Remind me what that does exactly.
Yes. Those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you unless you have shown yourself to be a danger of them. They'll even take up arms to fight alongside you. Basically, I'm using this as credentials.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
And the rest of you, are you sure about this?
Yes.
I give an
Duh.
assenting nod.
Very well.
Goddess wills it.
Very well. Come along then. I'll guide you into the council. If you're with me, you should have no issue. My name is Dala. Dala Simmerelv.
Nice to meet you, Dala.
I'm a noble here. But as much as people think me separate from the people, I do care deeply about the commoners and what's going on here. This is quite substantial. Come, come. And she sort of guides you along to the first session of the Council of Waterdeep. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and then we'll be back. Okay?
Alrighty.
Like if you need to use the bathroom, if you need to grab a drink, go ahead and do that.
That is the goal.
Sounds good.
3 to 5 minute break. We'll be back. Then we're going to introduce Paul's character. Hooray!
Yay.
Okay, Paul's back. Shame of the waste of an at 20.
I know.
that
Wasted on a
that's gotta
bathroom break.
that's gotta suck. All right.
Sunny's
He's back. No, that would be blue.
I'm back.
Oh no, that's blue. Sorry, I forgot. He wrote his name in communist.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is written in communist in my in roll 20.
Read this.
Okay, that is Sunny.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, Mrs. Chen, I said hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Tired.
Yeah, me too.
So far they're
You're
not.
also
So far they're not dead. So they're doing a good job so far.
How could we be dead when we haven't even done any combat?
You'd be
Thinking.
surprised.
Oh, there could have been an explosion.
Oh, there's many ways.
Yeah, you could. Many things could have happened at that tavern.
Oh?
Oh. Yeah, I stick powerful NPCs where no one expects them, just so that way I can avoid murder hobos.
That is true. Murder hobos are a pain to deal with.
Yeah, so the best way to deal with it is to stick powerful NPCs in places no one expects, or give them emotional consequences. And since we just started, there are no emotional consequences. So, you know,
Do you want the condiment with your level?
I'm kidding. There was no real way you could have died up to this point, not foreseeably. I mean, it's possible. If you
To be
want,
fair, you didn't see some of our earlier sessions when we first
Animal.
tried to do this years ago.
Okay, the first one was actually fine. It just kind of fizzled. The second time, you guys literally blew it up.
Well, I mean if Jake hadn't used the fireball.
But that was the second time blowing it up. You personally were the one who blew it up.
One more race.
Metaphorically though, right? Or
literally,
was that
you
was
literally
that when I
blew it
lit
up.
when I lit the torch in the methane infested sewer?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Oh, I remember that. I forgot methane is flammable.
how do you forget that methane is flammable?
I don't know.
You
don't
take
just-
chemistry.
You don't just forget something like that.
Whole lot
He
of
did,
people
and he
demonstrated
blew it up.
Congratulations,
Uh-oh.
sir. You're a fool.
I was for that campaign. I
It
learned.
went well. It went well.
Still waiting
I learned my
on the
mistakes after the
captain.
next
Still
campaign.
waiting on Johnny,
Learned some.
and still waiting on
Welcome back.
Aurelia.
Wow.
I'm back,
I-
by the way.
I asked you guys to
Learned
roll.
some.
I asked you guys to roll a d20, so I knew when you guys were back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, do you want the roll or?
Yes, just so I have track. Why?
Dude,
Please.
on the two useless ones, I got 20.
Okay, so I think everyone's back.
Yeah.
Three nat 20s in the "Are you back" roll. That is depressing.
Incredibly depressing.
I rolled a
But there's
19 in
no-
my insight check to begin with. I mean, that's pretty good.
There's no 20 in my 20 rows of d20.
Well,
Look at that.
probability-wise,
That's
there
so
is
sad.
there's a chance. I mean, the chance of rolling exactly 1 through 20 on 20 d20 is incredibly small.
Cool. So you guys are having accepted the invitation to the council meeting. You are received at the Lord's Palace. Along the way,
Where's that on the map?
that's a good question. Let me find out.
Presumably in the Cloud District. Wait, shit, I'm thinking of Whiterun. Never mind.
Castle Ward is probably.
I mean, we're currently in. What is that?
We were in Sea Ward.
Yeah, we were in Sea Ward.
Yes,
So
in,
Wait,
The-
Sea Ward? I thought. Wait, since when are we in Florida?
Can we get grid references?
So
Push off.
the best place I could find is the Lord's Court.
it's probably in Castle Ward, isn't it?
I think it is actually in the castle area, but I'm not sure. It doesn't actually. This is my problem with the material that they given me in Rise of Tiamat. It's just like they're received at the Lord's Palace. Make the introduction to the City of Splendors and the Lord's Palace as detailed or as simple as pictured campaign style.
That doesn't tell us where it is.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me where it is either.
Well, just make it up and make it canon.
Cool, so it's somewhere in Waterdeep. We'll say it's in the Castle District. Once you are inside the Lord's Palace, you're escorted. You separate off from Dala Cimarelv and are escorted then by Leosin Aramthar. And as you make your way through, you're eventually brought into the main council chamber. This is sort of a secret council room. The outer galleries are packed with nobles engaged in heated debate. Although, and guards are wearing livery from city-states across the north. Aramthar is not invited to the council discussions. However, someone else has been informed of the agenda and the reason why the party has been summoned. You are advised that though all the factions are nominally committed to stopping the cult of the dragon, and during the course of your walk, you're made aware that the true purpose behind this meeting is stopping the cult of the dragon, none of the delegates have made substantial pledges yet. Too much mistrust still burdens the factions, and not enough is known about the situation. Aramthar, the person who was escorting you, thinks that the leaders need someone to show them the right path. Heroes who will lead the forces of the Sword Coast with certainty into the coming darkness. He believes that maybe Dala has a good eye and that you might have a chance to be those heroes. However, he explains that each faction will weigh every word the characters say and scrutinize every one of your decisions. What pleases one group might anger another, and it will be incredibly difficult to make all parties happy. You are brought in to the first council of Waterdeep. And once you are, you see a bunch of lords and ladies and leads of various factions, and accompanying one of them is accompanying a moon elf is a what is your character? Is a human, and upon seeing the rest of you enter, the elf next to him sort of points towards you, and Walter, you are basically instructed to go stand by the rest of the group who is brought in, who clearly is dressed differently from the rest. So, Walter, you're just sort of told by the Harper delegates to go stand by the rest.
All right. So I walk over and stand by the rest of them.
You guys see standing next to you now is just a human who sits there, and all of a sudden the rabble seems to die down as Dala seems to take center stage, and she informs the attendees of the following. This disturbance that you're no doubt all aware of. the one that has been sent across the Sword Coast is the Drakhorn. This ancient device sounds alert, is sounding alerts. Sorry, rewording myself there. This ancient device, whose sound alerts dragons across Faerun, tells them that great events are unfolding. I can't say what the sounding means, but all dragons hear it, and they hear it clearly, and eventually they will answer its call. And with that, an explosion of conversation just erupts the center stage. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Anything you guys want to say?
Somebody
just-
yells as loud as he can to call for order.
All right, roll intimidation. Roll intimidation.
Well, what?
Roll intimidation.
Oh no.
Rip.
You are just not really heard over the voices of everyone else. Like, these are a bunch of diplomats, lords, ladies, and like they don't pay attention to you.
What if I just yell quiet?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Thaumaturgy?
I
Are you sure?
mean,
Are you sure you want to do that?
hmm. Sure, why not? Let's go for the heck of it.
I will ask you
What do I
one more
roll?
time. Are you sure you want to do that?
Okay, if you ask me that,
I'm going to just put a hand out and stop him from doing this. See how long it goes,
Yes. So after
and then
some
resume parade rest.
after some time, the conversation dials down, and then one of you see I am going back through like 5 or 7 different pages here. This is probably going to be the most complicated part of the session for me. Who would say it? You see a shield dwarf. A shield dwarf is a thing? Okay. Just says shield dwarf. Got it. You see a shield dwarf, or a dwarf, say, who says, "What do you mean the horn? What does this horn do?" And she says, "It's being sounded from up north. The sounding of the Drac horn is." I need to read this a bit more carefully. We'll get to that. Let's cover over what we know. At which point, Dragult, where are you? Lord Dragult, never member, no, never member, whatever. Lord Dragult, a human male, is the Open Lord of Waterdeep. He he begins to summarize what happened, or what the lords and ladies know so far. and you guys listen intently as he explains how the cult of Tiamat has become increasingly more active. Um,
Oh
they
boy.
now have plans to even summon Tiamat from her home within the Nine Hells. There have been increased dragon raids led by the cults. There's a there are means by which they're collecting various amounts of treasure, and you see some glares over to some certain people at the table. Specifically, you see some glares over to a certain female tiefling at one at the end of the table wearing the regalia of the Zentarim, to which she says, "Look, we may be involved with dirty dealings at times, but we're not in it to help the cults. What?" At which point, Drago continues on, just sort of shaking his head. Um, he mentions the collapse of Skyreach Capsule that was done by a former group of adventurers who died in the final battle to try and take it back. However, in the process, it was destroyed. And you hear some grumblings between the other council members, sort of how Skyreach Castle would have been amazingly helpful in terms of a resource. They all recognize that Skyreach Castle needed to be stopped, and they're happy that it was crashed. However, several of the Lords Alliance, in particular, which is you see like 7 or 8 people, um, depending on where you're from, you know some of them. They're lords from all around the Sword Coast, and some of them are mumbling and grumbling over how, yeah, it would have been better if, say, they held back and waited for reinforcements, this other group of adventurers, and attacked to secure the castle. Regard, even if the way they're describing it seems completely unrealistic. After some grumblings and groans from the Lord's Alliance, Drago continues on and explains how if the party played through the previous adventure, nope. Um, yeah, so this would be kind of cool if you play through the previous adventure, because at this point, Drago would actually turn the conversation over to you, which is kind of neat. But I believe he continues on at this point, and I believe sorry, I'm just checking something on the scorecard. Um, sorry about this, guys. This is probably the most complicated part um, of the first session in terms of DMing. So I apologize that this is taking a while. However, looking from what I'm seeing here, that did happen. So he also explains how this other same group of adventurers was responsible for smashing a dragon hatchery. And this was a very divisive decision and not very well liked by several of the people. For example, Paul, your leader insists how it would have been better if the eggs were kept for ransoming back to their parents, potentially keeping those dragons from cooperating with the cult. Draggolt, the person who was talking as well, gripes about how he would have sold the eggs to responsible buyers, then used that gold to hire more mercenaries. The Emerald Enclave is firmly against any dragon eggs being destroyed in general, believing that chromatic dragons are part of the natural order. And you hear them griping about how killing their young upsets the balance of that order. You then hear two others speak up, introducing themselves as they do so. Terran Hornblade and Lady Laurel Silverhand think there might have been a way to leverage the eggs as ransom, but both recognize that they would have been dangerous to hold on to and even more dangerous to return.
BRB bathroom.
Dude, I just gave you like a 5-minute bathroom break.
The problem is that the tea just came through. Okay, chill.
Have you no
chill.
bucket?
I have a cup.
So now I need to actually hold off and stall while Jason goes to use the bathroom because this is about to be very important.
Yay.
So go on, go. Tell me when you're back.
All right, like give me like literally a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, go.
So
Start
I
timing
figured out a
now.
way using the tech level present to make two things that make this world exciting. For development reasons, one would have to come before the other, but I figured out a way to do an in-world repeating rifle. Look up the not John Moses Browning, but John Browning slide bar rifle, and essentially add some indexing cuts onto it. It'd be really easy. Like I could probably draw this up in an afternoon. It's so easy. And the other thing that I figured out how to do is make an in-world machine gun using the same principle. Literally, you just drill a hole and a couple of pipes. The only problem is it would be ungodly expensive to make either one and to make more than one magazine because essentially it doesn't have self-contained cartridges. The magazine is a bunch of individual powder chambers. And while, yes, I could set it up so that I've got like 15, 20 rounds in this magazine, first, it'd be heavy as fuck. Like, this is an emplaced weapon only. And second, it would be so expensive to use it for any major period. Like, the only way that I actually get to do R&D with it involves downtime and a financial backer.
All right, I'm back.
8 seconds to spare.
Good.
Tell him he's gonna go away for those.
Do you
8
guys
seconds,
have
not
any
more.
questions about what happened during the events of Horror of the Dragon Queen? Floor is open.
Nice.
Horde of the Dragon Queen.
This would be the previous adventure.
How about a SparkNotes summary?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, can we get the LDR?
yeah. So oversimplified of Horror of the Dragon Queen. Kind of what you heard. The dragon hatchery was smashed.
Okay.
You killed Resmir, which was a important figure in. I believe he's a second, or Resmir was killed. Resmir being who's Resmir again? Frick. There is so much to keep track of here. You killed a man named Resmir, who I believe was heavily involved in Cult of the Dragon. The Skyreach Castle was assumed to be collapsed, which is unfortunate because that's a big bonus to your scorecard that you just don't get. In addition, you can't return it to the Giants. So that's another thing that upsets the Giants. Oh yeah, the Giants are involved in this. because there's been ancient lore about giants and dragons fighting because, you know,
Sure,
duking it out
okay.
with a dragon. I don't know. Um, Beyond that, there are two people who support you currently, Onthar Froom and Leosin Aranthar. Both support adventures such as you. Normally, they would support the previous group, but in this case, they're supporting you.
Right.
That's all you really need to worry about right now.
Okay.
So, Romalia Haven Tree, if I recall, is yes. So, Paul, the person you came with, one of the first actions she did in her fight against the Cult of the Dragon was to encourage the Harpers to focus all of their resources on the cult's activities and its most powerful members. And she explains how these efforts have become moderately successful. In fact, um, I believe I've told Leosin um, some information to pass on to a group of adventurers to um, to seek out Verum the White. And then going finally, I believe Dala speaks up once again, um, mentioning about the Drakhorn. It doesn't freaking. Okay, cool. So yeah, she mentions that the sound seems to be coming from the distant north,
Okay.
and that's all it gives me, and that's all the information I've got on the first session of Waterdeep.
Oh.
Were you expecting more?
Well, we.
Yeah.
So at one point, after leaving the council, and a bunch of them are still bickering back and forth, unless you want to speak up to some of them.
No, I don't really have anything useful to add.
You do
Mm-mm.
Okay. At one point, Leosin Aranthar reports to you guys the movements of Varam, the cult's white worm speaker. She expresses how the worm speakers there are 5 in number, one for each chromatic color, and he is trying to garner allies up in the north, and how killing him may prove beneficial.
Hmm.
She relays to you some information as to where he would be. So at this point, the it looks like the story splits, and it recommends either going after Varen or seeking out the Sea of Moving Ice.
Sea of moving ice.
And one would take care of the unnerve that's going on throughout the town, and one would just
Okay.
strike a blow to the cult.
I get the feeling that. Let me think. At this point, it's strategic to build goodwill. Because if we can do that, we can gain supporters, and we can learn hopefully a little bit more about what's going on. The logical strategic move is to do that, see what's going on there, because if we strike a blow to the cult first, then it'll probably harden the target. Meanwhile, if we were to Also, what's the sort of area that it's in? We talking like tundra, mountains, what?
Varen is up north, in an icy area.
Okay. So
Or actually, hang on a moment.
just
One
like,
moment. Yes. So there are rumors that Verum has actually lost the white dragon mask and has gone abroad in search of it, which is a powerful artifact being used by the cults. So if the party can get it back first, that could be quite beneficial.
yes, that could. Well, how well suited is
We will not be doing either tonight, or
Right.
sorry, today. We're going to be ending the session by figuring out where we're going to be going next time,
very well.
because I believe we're approaching the point where everyone's kind of tired. I've had 2 sessions, so this is probably my 8th roughly consecutive hour of D&D, and I'm getting kind of exhausted from DMing.
My character just looks around at everyone and says, "Who are you guys again?"
I'm
Oh, yeah.
Johnny.
Because remember, my character hasn't been introduced to these guys. He was just told to go stand next to them.
I just point to my rank insignia.
Do I recognize it?
It's a mercenary captain.
It denotes a mercenary captain, so he's just not captain.
Yeah, I'm Blue, a former called a Tiamat member who's also artifact hunter. Well, did I just say that while doing a JoJo pose?
So you just admitted to being formerly part of the cult of the Tiamat. So does anyone want to react to this? So does anyone want to react? Does anyone want to react to this?
Fucking tackles the dude.
Yeah, I do a leg sweep and put him on the ground.
Okay.
I basically just I stand back and like put my arms up like just like making way for everyone. It seems like brawling is
So the captain goes to tackle him. I go to punch him
No,
in the face.
I don't tackle him. I grab him by the throat, sweep the leg out from under him, and throw him onto the ground.
And then I gotta go
Johnny
punch him in the face.
on him.
Oh my god! Slow down!
Jason, this is
This
as
is
bad
up close
as
martial arts.
Paul
That'd be
admitting
jacked,
he's
right?
from like Strahd's cult and like the Curse of Strahd. This is like as bad, if not worse.
Yeah, Jason, what the fuck?
Oh, damn.
Okay, so let's go bit by bit. Who spoke up first? I think it was Ted who spoke up first.
Yeah.
Ted, what are you doing?
So Johnny just straight tackles him to the tackles him to the ground.
All right. Make a athletics check versus freaking. Oh my god!
Wait,
I thought we were wrapping things up here.
Just say I'm still. No, just say I'm still tipsy. That's.
No, I'm good. I'm perfectly fine with the
No,
alcohol.
you had 1 drink. 1.
I'm perfectly fine.
And here's the thing: is I don't know this because I wasn't with you guys at the tavern, so I just immediately go into full attack mode.
Yeah.
Oh, my boy did it too.
Okay, so he rolled an 18 for athletics. So is he on the ground?
You said though 2 words that should not be said together. Also, you're right outside of the council chamber. Bear that in mind.
Okay.
So hang on, I need to roll perception on these idiots to see if they catch wind.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
No, it's too late. You said it.
Well, last time Johnny loudly
you don't
screamed order and nobody picked up on it.
You don't know that. Let's see. What is
6.
Matthew? What do you got?
He is very fortunate that no one is screaming bloody murder.
Okay, good, but he is still on the ground.
Yes.
Yes.
Since I was
Oops.
too late to be the one to put him on the ground, I draw my pistol and put it right into his face.
Mhm.
Like,
This is
all
not.
four
This is
muzzles
not
are
a move
touching his
for.
forehead.
Oh my
Okay.
god. This is.
He ain't getting out of there because
Massive
like I'm
oversight
holding
on
his
my
ass
part.
down.
And I ready an
massive
action that
oversight.
if he is about to cast a spell, I double tap.
Got it.
I wouldn't even call it an oversight, Jason. I would just call it being like.
Okay, is it my
not
turn now?
Smart.
Jason, the
Is it
way
my turn?
that above board, I want to make a point that the way you were supposed to reveal that was supposed to be really clever because you're like, oh, the cult knows who you are. Wait a minute, why do they know who he is? Oh, then eventually you reveal, yeah, I used to be a part of the cult, but then I realized, no, they're bad guys, so I need to get
Okay.
out of there. No, I'm just
So-
a former member of the cult.
Instead, I'm about to paint the floor with your fucking brain.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I just went for it outright. That's
It
the
sounds
issue
like
here.
there's just one brain cell in there bouncing
Okay.
around with Windows
Now-
You're
8.
wrong, I guess.
Now, I'm
Jason,
going to
you have
use
just like one brain cell rattling around there trying to get the corner, like the DVD fucking logo,
It is my turn.
and it's not hitting that corner.
Just give him a second to like.
Okay.
Yeah,
And Paul, it's my job to determine whose turn it is. Step
Okay,
off.
sorry.
This is why I have 0 intelligence.
Really?
0
Christ.
wisdom.
0.
I think he means his modifier, not his actual
Yeah.
score.
For what it's worth, 0 modifier is average. So don't fucking start with me about I have low wisdom. No, you have decent fucking wisdom. You're just an idiot.
I have fucking
Okay, this is a great way to end this session, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it
It's not,
is.
Jason. No, it's not.
Do not
It's
give
funny,
yourself
but it's not a
credit.
good way
This
to
is
end it.
idiotic. God, and I thought my party were idiots.
Oh, my
Well,
friend.
okay,
You
so
Hey,
it's
hey,
one.
hey.
I wouldn't.
I thought Dom was an
I wouldn't
idiot.
equate the sins of the one to the many.
Fenrir, I need to apologize to Dom. I
To
need
who?
to apologize to Dominic.
Yes, you do.
I thought there was no one stupider.
apparently you were
Blue,
wrong.
change your alignment to chaotic stupid.
Yeah, like dumbass.
All right, so
Everyone else
continuing
needs
on.
reference. This is
Paul.
the man who basically stole from
Huh?
a black dragon.
Paul, what do you want to do?
Oh yeah, that did
Okay,
happen.
I use a 3rd level inflict wounds.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Maybe prep an action on that instead of just straight up
nope,
casting
he said he
it.
did it. He's doing
Damn
it.
it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Actually,
God
is it? Wait, question. Is it 3rd
Well, I'm
level?
holding his ass down. What happens to
Question.
him?
Wait, hold up. Is it 3rd level?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use counter spell to counteract
no.
it. So it just fizzles out.
No!
This is.
Do you want to alienate the healer boy on the first?
So,
this is
all of a
quite the
sudden-
lapse.
All of a sudden, you see inflict wounds being casted. You see him casting a spell. You counterspell it. Everyone sees you counterspell this spell.
He can counterspell? Start choking the man.
Everyone sees you
Can we just,
counter
like-
the
Can
spell.
you just like quietly? Can you just like casually slide out of the council room?
You guys are not in the. You guys are not in the council room. Thank fucking God.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
If you were in the council room, you would be dead.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. I immediately turned to him and I said, "What the hell was that for?"
It's
You asked for introduction. You got introduction.
No, not you. I turned to Aurelia. I said,
You
"What the hell
said-
was that for?"
I'm like I just say like I don't think any blood needs to be shed yet.
That is incorrect. And I'm like, that is
Let's
completely
let's
incorrect.
hear the man out. Let's hear him out.
No, I go right.
He might be stupid, but let's at least hear him
I'm
out.
just out here going.
No, I do not. I do not
Well, I'm
even
just, like,
listen
trying
to.
to
I do
choke
not
him.
even listen to her. Let's see. So since I now know you have counter spell, I am just going to go straight out and pull out my mace and go to hit blue with it.
I'm choking the man, and he's got a gun at his head, so I don't think you need to like hit him
Yeah,
anymore.
you really don't need
Like-
to.
Yeah, that's like
Legs.
beating a
Go for the
dead
legs.
cat.
Fine, I pull out my mace and get ready to swing it at him.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'm just
Adam?
here.
So-
I'm just still gagging, trying to
Yeah,
explain
so-
what's happening.
So go ahead. Assumedly, Knoxville releases his grip slightly enough for you to speak.
I said, guys, chill out. I am not a Tiamat cult member. I said former cult member because I recognize they're bad.
Roll persuasion on
You
me.
need to tell us everything
Yes,
that you
sir.
know
Roll
now.
roll persuasion.
Everything you know now, or else
Up,
you are getting
up,
no
up!
sympathy from us.
Silence, Jason.
Wait, he's like, guys, please chill out.
Jason, persuasion disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not still disadvantage.
A
That's only one.
disadvantage.
One more.
That's pro.
I can't see what the roll
Yeah,
was.
yeah, no.
I need you to roll.
Oh.
There we go.
That's perception.
Perception.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, whoops.
Whatever. I can subtract one from that. And it would be 10. It's fine. You don't need to roll again.
Yeah.
It's
You
still a
failed.
4. So I'm not gonna let you guys kill him session 1. That's just not fair
Yeah,
as a player.
I'm like, y'all need to let this
Ow.
man speak.
No,
At
no,
least
no,
at
like-
least hear him out.
Hey,
Like,
one of you magic guys. You guys have a truth spell or some shit?
have a what?
Oh. Ooh.
Zone of truth.
Do I? Hang on.
I'm just trying to get
Yes,
you
I
guys
do.
to
I
chill.
do. I do
Zone
have
of
a true
truth.
spell.
Zone of truth. Yeah.
I have
Frick.
Zone of Truth. Okay.
Cast it.
Let's see. Okay. So let me just make
Cast Zone of Truth. I've got the description.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have it too.
Okay.
Jason, you're gonna need to make a
Okay.
gonna need to
I'm
make
going
a
to
chari-
use Zone of Truth,
You're gonna need to
and
make a
my
charisma
point
saving
will
throw.
be him.
You're gonna need to make a charisma saving throw.
Alright.
Or you could choose to fail. Okay, you fail.
I should I think it's much better that I just choose to fail because I'm not interested in lying.
Cool. So until the spell ends, you cannot speak a deliberate lie.
Alright.
Paul, you know for a fact that he failed.
Okay.
So can I speak now?
Very well, but don't. But remember, you can't tell a deliberate lie to us, so
Well,
we'll
I
know.
literally cannot do that. I literally
Speak
can't
then.
do it. So
All right, speak. You have 15 minutes. Go.
okay, so
10
I
minutes,
am
but
not in. I
10
am
minutes,
not
actually.
currently- Huh?
10 minutes, actually. It's not 15 minutes.
Sorry. You have 10 minutes. Speak.
I am currently not in the cult of Tiamat. I was a former cult member. I have critical information about the cult, and I think you'd find me very useful for that. I'm dedicated and committed to tearing down the cult with every fiber of my being and collecting artifacts. Collecting artifacts is cool. So I think I would be a helpful asset in defeating the cult of Tiamat, not helping them or being a spy for them. So please chill out. You're just introducing myself.
All right. So I say to the party, well, he's not lying. I can tell you that. So, what do you guys think?
Meanwhile, there's a civilian.
Johnny
There's
asks, okay, what are you though? Like, he's just asking Blue, what are you?
Oh, I'm a tabaxi from the deep jungle in the north. Question mark. I don't know.
Well, that would check out from what they said
Okay,
about the rumblings
I
from
don't
the
know
north.
what like most of those words are, but okay.
Yeah. So I'm from the jungle. My family, when I was a child, the Tiamat invaded where I lived, and I was taken in, and I grew up in it, and then I realized how bad it was, and a priest who I don't know the
Jesus
name of helped me
Christ.
escape.
Okay.
So I know the inner workings of the cult of Tiamat, and I'm committed to destroying it. So please chill.
How can we trust you?
He's telling the truth.
Okay,
I
he
mean,
takes his hands off.
He literally cast Zone of Truth on
Yeah.
me.
I used Zone of Truth, and I know he failed his charisma save. So I say, look, I use Zone of Truth, and I know he's not lying. Therefore, what he's saying is the truth. So I guess we can back off a little bit. I go to the
Stop
captain.
strangling him.
I go to the captain and go, still have your guns pointed at him just in case.
Actually, relevant question. How common are guns in this setting?
Fairly rare.
Okay. So, like, people are aware of their existence, maybe not the finer points,
Mm-hmm.
or probably not the finer points.
Picture. What's a state with very few people having open carry?
I mean,
Very few.
generally speaking, no one open carries in Indiana. Well, I mean, it kind of happens in some really specific situations. Why?
I've only seen 2 people
Then
doing it.
consider it to be that. It's like
Okay.
people know they exist. You could train with it, but very few people are.
Okay. It's just, all right, that makes sense. I mean,
It's
it
a
is
relative.
difficult.
It's a relatively
to
rare
detect.
skill.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, so I say,
That's
all
helpful.
right, guys.
Actually, I'll need that later.
He's telling the truth, so ease off. And then I go to the captain, but just keep one of your guns trained on him. There could be something we don't know yet.
What if I marry?
Say,
Well, that was eventful.
yeah, interesting way to introduce yourself. You're lucky you had counterspell, otherwise you could have been dead.
Yes, inflict wounds.
Yeah,
Isn't that
level 3 inflict wounds.
Wait, using inflict wounds is a measure of torture? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
The lawful good priest is using a torture tool.
Look, to be fair,
I have a good
for what
reason
it's
for
worth,
it.
it's in his backstory. It made sense.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, in my backstory, it makes sense why I
Fell
would
in
use it.
character.
Anyhow,
Okay.
Good character.
does
All
everyone
right,
else
then.
want to introduce themselves?
Okay,
Guys, introductions.
Hi, I'm Johnny.
10
As he's
out of 10.
Jason,
Johnny's
you're an
still
idiot.
lying on the
then. Yes,
lying
that
on
was
Blue.
the
Just
dumbest.
raising his hand, waving at him. Hi, I'm Johnny.
You gave Ethan a run for his money with worst introduction. And Fenrir, you're unfamiliar with this, but you know Ethan. You're familiar how he currently plays a Warforged. When he came back
Yeah.
one time as a fighter Dragonborn, he had one of the worst introductions to date, and Drakmir nearly killed him.
I mean, that's okay. I almost killed the Tabaxi. So
Yes, but this is worse
I
because
would've too.
everyone was about to kill the Tabaxi. It was only Drakmir
Actually-
who was about to kill Rogar.
honestly, the Tabaxi is lucky because if I really wanted to, I could have said my ready to action was double tap, action surge, double tap again, bonus action, sidearm mastery,
Yes.
all into the
God.
dude's skull.
No,
Like-
There would just be no more tobacco, it'd just be a pelt.
Yes.
For what it's worth,
I had
Barbarians
no
wear
money
quite
for my
proudly.
coat.
for what it's
Yes.
worth,
You'd
You
make
make
a
wear the
fun.
belt quite proudly.
hey!
You'd make a
You
fine rug, Dad.
cannot ready an entire round of combat. You can
You
ready one action.
Huh. I never used ready action mechanics.
Ready
so-
action is one action. You cannot double attack. However, if you have extra attack, you can attack twice, but that cannot lead into a bonus action. Your action is occurring off your turn.
What? The spellcaster never uses a mechanic that is common to, fucking like melee?
Which is why I'm telling you.
Yes, that is helpful to know, but it shouldn't be surprising that I never use it.
I know. I'm just informing you now.
Yeah.
So I go, all right. So, what was your name again? Blue, was it?
Yes.
I don't like you.
Okay.
And I just walk, and I just turn away from him, and I go to,
I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die. If I'm me,
I
I
don't
would
hate you
die,
because
ba dee
you
da ba
did not
die.
steal my ball. But at least you did not steal my ball of yarn. Okay. I
I
don't hate
immediately go
you.
up to the turtle and introduce myself. Hello
I
there.
threw-
Hello there. My name's Walter. What's your name?
Hello, human. I am Sunny.
Hello,
Nice to meet
Sunny.
you.
Nice to meet you too. I like your shell.
I like your show too, human.
I swore you were about to say, I like your skin. And I was about to lose my shit.
That would have been better.
Your shell's not so bad.
Thank you. And then I turn to Aurelia. Don't do that again. My name's Walter, by the way. What's yours?
Aurelia, nice to meet you. I don't plan to. Next time if he does something like that again, he won't be so lucky. I
Good.
say that as I kind of give a look at Blue, a withering look, like he made me cast one of my highest level spell slots.
Ooh. Angie.
I then say, you said your name's Johnny, right?
Correct.
Nice to meet you, as I got to shake his hand.
He's still on top of Blue.
Still, I
You can get
still
off him
imagine
now.
one hand is around Blue's throat, just like not entirely letting go.
Yeah,
You can
he's
let go of him if you want. He's actually telling the truth, so I don't think we have anything to worry about at the moment.
You still gotta stay on him?
He's going to step up, but he's still going to have his hand on his throat, and he's just lifting him back up.
Nah, it seems fair.
So, what are you guys all doing here?
I'll drop the hammers on my pistols to half cock.
Hmm.
It's a safety thing, but it's a very easy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what are you guys all doing here?
I'm here to fuck shit up. I'm here to fuck some shit up.
Huh.
I just kind of look around and gesture, like kind of vaguely, like, I mean,
Paul, that's kind of a stupid question since you already know what this group is here for.
Oh, I
And
do? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
your entire point is
We
to
just
help
got out of
take
meeting.
actions to disrupt the cults.
Okay. So I go, quick question. What are you guys doing with this guy as I point to Blue?
He just kind of showed up.
We kind of just found him on the street like a stray cat.
I see.
Hey.
I see.
I mean, are they wrong though? Are they wrong though?
You know that meme of that guy who raised his finger and then he lowers it?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
No,
pretty
what I
much.
do is
that.
I say, I see as I
Hold on, let me find it.
I
I
see
think
as
I think it's a woman, but I know what you're talking about, Jason.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just like the
I look at him and
Yeah,
I
here
go,
it is.
I see as as my sacred flame I produce like minute little sparks as a warning.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what? That's what I do.
I see.
It's in General D&D, by the way.
Why in general D&D? It's just a meme.
It's literally my player's reaction being called.
Yeah,
a
I'm
straight cat.
aware. I'm aware.
Well then, looks like we're working together.
Seems like it. This is
Any of you have any experience with this kind of thing?
Yes.
Meanwhile, what's her name is still there.
Dalla?
Who? Huh?
That who you're looking for?
No, not Dala. Give me a moment here. Having to skip through like 2 chapters. There we are. Leosin is still there. Who's just been watching this entire thing go on and is just you see some deep concern on her face.
You
She's
didn't
holding a Blue
see
by his neck.
anything.
Johnny waves his hand. Hey.
So, I feel like I should inform the others about this, but at the same time, maybe it's best I hold off on this little tidbit, yeah?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that would be advantageous.
Well, I'm expected to report something back to them, so what should I tell them you're planning on seeking after? Are you going after Verum, or are you planning to go after the moving sea?
Which one was the mask located with Verum?
Verum has reportedly maybe lost the mask. Not sure, just rumors. However, the moving ice sea is likely where the sound of the Dracehorn is coming from.
I guess
Both-
it might be good to go after Verum
I
first.
agree.
Both would disrupt the
Yeah.
cult.
Either way, we won't come back empty-handed. If we find it, we kill him. And if he has the mask, that's just
Just a cake, yeah.
Very
Yeah,
well.
I agree.
Very well. You might want to make your way to Borisker Bridge and seek information on Barham's recent movements and possible destinations from there.
All right.
All right. Do we have a map?
I'll actually make note of the location. I guess I'll make note of the location. I guess.
Please do.
Yes.
But with that, we're gonna call it an end for today.
Okay.
That was a great
That-
ending.
From like 0 to like 60 back to like 0. Like,
Yeah, seriously, Jason, what the frick, man?
That was terrible.
Oh
that
my
was a great-
god.
That would have
Okay.
been a great thing to have happen halfway through the semester, and instead
Yeah.
you threw it now.
Yeah, seriously, my god. You guys have such complicated backstories, and I was so ready for you guys to just like have these complicated backstories trickle into the story bit by bit. Yeah, I'm a former cult member, Tiamat. Way to spoil the fun. Christ. All right, I need to see who I'm going to raid, and then I'm going to end the stream here. For those of you still watching, we'll be back on our normal Saturday session at 6 p.m., and then we'll be back again this time next week at 11 a.m. to continue on with the Rise of Tiamat. Let me, in the meantime, though, figure out again who I'm raiding. There is. Let's see if there's anyone doing D&D.
This is why I don't like doing D&D at 8 in the morning.
Wimp.
It's 11. 8 for you. Fine.
it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Still wimp. Anything after 7 o'clock is wimp.
Okay. Let's
Well, you're just a
let's
masochist.
let's raid Adventures and Initiative, who's currently streaming Curse of Strahd. Raid.
All right. Well, I gotta keep working on my papers.
Yep.
See y'all.
Yep.
Right,
I'm
see ya.
I'm gonna
See you guys
do
next
nothing.
week.
See you next week. This was
Bye.
fun.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
The ending was the best part.
Yeah. God.
Were
Damn
any of
it,
your
Jason.
normal players watching this?
No. They're
Tell
probably.
them to. Like, don't even tell them about what happened. Just tell them to watch it, and then I want to hear their reaction when Jason just goes.
Oh no!
full out
I'm gonna highlight that part of the stream and I'm gonna share it with them.
Like it's like a thermonuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Like seriously, if Aurelia hadn't used counterspell, I probably could have. We probably would have killed him in
as
2
it
shots.
moves pretty swiftly
Only if he had
through the
decided
trees,
to try to cast
see
something
that-
would it have been a problem.
this is kind of a
Then it would have been a
ghostly
very, very
green
big
light
problem.
coming from
Like-
from this, but you see it as they get
4d10
as it gets
though
closer, you
can be a
see
decent amount
kind
of
of
damage.
ghosts or ghostly images
10?
of
Wow.
All right.
various people, but they don't
Well,
look
I'm
like
gonna head out.
the Barovians
Bye.
Yep.
that you've
Okay.
seen
Bye,
so
everyone.
far.